Welcome to NIMROD TV. Why are there not more people talking about Afro politics in the United States? Afro politics in the United States is a powerful force, deeply rooted in the history and experiences of Black Americans. It's about the fight for equality and justice, a fight that has been ongoing for centuries. Black Americans have fought hard for their rights, often at great personal cost. From the dark days of slavery to the era of segregation, they have never given up on their quest for freedom and equality. This relentless struggle has profoundly shaped their political identity and community spirit. Over the years, Black Americans have made significant strides in various fields, including politics. They have overcome many obstacles, breaking barriers and achieving milestones that once seemed impossible. But the fight is not over. The struggle for equality and justice continues to this day. Despite the progress made, Black Americans still face discrimination and inequality in many aspects of life. Afro politics is about addressing these ongoing issues and finding solutions that benefit the community. It's about making sure Black voices are heard and represented in all levels of government. Afro politics is about more than just voting. It's about active participation in the democratic process. It's about community organizing and grassroots activism, working together to create change from the ground up. It's about holding elected officials accountable and ensuring they serve the interests of all their constituents. It's about making sure the government works for all people, regardless of race or background. Afro politics is a vital part of American democracy, a testament to the enduring spirit of Black Americans. It's a reminder that the fight for equality is ongoing, and that we must remain vigilant. It's a call to action for all Americans to work towards a more just and equitable society, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The United States is changing, its people are changing. This change is seen in the faces of its citizens. More diversity is coming. This impacts the political landscape. The Black population is growing, so are other minority groups. This growth brings new voters. They bring different needs and concerns. Politicians must now appeal to a wider range of people. This demographic shift creates opportunities. Coalitions can be formed across racial lines. These rainbow coalitions can be powerful forces for change. They can address issues that affect all marginalized communities. However, this shift also brings challenges. There can be tension between groups. Competition for resources and political power can arise. It's important to find common ground and build bridges. Civic engagement is crucial to Afro politics. It's the active participation of citizens in their communities and government. This includes voting, of course, but it goes beyond that. Organizing is a powerful tool. Black communities have a long history of it. From the civil rights movement to Black Lives Matter, people have come together to demand change. Advocacy is another key aspect of civic engagement. It involves speaking out for policies that benefit Black communities. This can mean contacting elected officials, attending town hall meetings, or supporting organizations that fight for social justice. Civic engagement ensures that Black voices are heard. It holds elected officials accountable. It helps to create a more just and equitable society. The fight for equality is not a solo mission. It requires solidarity and collaboration. Rainbow coalitions, alliances of diverse groups, have proven instrumental in advancing social justice. These coalitions recognize shared struggles. They understand that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. By uniting across racial, ethnic, and socioeconomic lines, they amplify their collective voice and power. One successful example is the labor movement. Unions brought together workers of different races and backgrounds. They fought for fair wages, safe working conditions, and the right to organize. Another example is the fight for environmental justice. Communities of color often bear a disproportionate burden of environmental hazards. By working together, they have challenged polluting industries and advocated for cleaner, healthier neighborhoods. Section 5 Lessons from Across the Diaspora. The African diaspora is vast and diverse. It encompasses people of African descent worldwide. Despite geographical distance, there are common threads that connect these communities. Political movements in the Caribbean, Latin America, and Africa offer valuable insights for Afro politics in the United States. They demonstrate the power of Pan-Africanism, a movement that emphasizes the shared experiences and struggles of people of African descent. For instance, the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa inspired activists in the United States. It showed the effectiveness of boycotts, divestment campaigns, and international pressure. Similarly, the struggle for independence in many African and Caribbean nations highlights the importance of self-determination and economic empowerment. Section 6. The 2024 upheaval, a nation divided. The 2024 presidential election sent shockwaves through the nation. The atmosphere was charged with tension as millions of Americans headed to the polls, each vote carrying the weight of the nation's future. Against predictions, Donald Trump won a second term. His victory speech was met with jubilation from his supporters, who saw it as a triumph against the political establishment. The results revealed a deep political divide, particularly along racial and ethnic lines. Protests erupted across the country, with people from all walks of life voicing their concerns and frustrations. While black voter turnout remained high, it was not enough to overcome the surge in support for Trump among white voters, particularly in key swing states. The electoral map highlighted the stark contrasts in voter preferences. The election highlighted the enduring power of racial resentment and the effectiveness of appeals to white identity politics. Campaign materials specifically targeted white voters, tapping into their fears and anxieties. The outcome underscored the need for continued mobilization and engagement within Afro-political spheres. Activists and community leaders emphasized the importance of staying politically active and informed. It also emphasized the importance of understanding the concerns and motivations of white voters who feel increasingly alienated from the political process. Many of these voters expressed a sense of being left behind in a rapidly changing world. The 2024 election served as a stark reminder that the fight for equality is far from over. The imagery of past civil rights struggles resonated deeply, reminding the nation of the ongoing journey toward justice and equality for all. Section 7. The enduring stain of racism. Despite progress, racism continues to permeate American society. It's a systemic issue, deeply ingrained in institutions and woven into the fabric of daily life. From racial profiling by law enforcement to disparities in healthcare, education, and employment, the legacy of racism continues to cast a long shadow over black communities. This reality underscores the urgency and necessity of Afro politics. The 2022 LA City Council scandal, where racist remarks by city officials were exposed, serves as a stark reminder. It demonstrated that racism persists even in supposedly progressive spaces. The fight against racism requires constant vigilance. It demands challenging discriminatory policies, dismantling systems of oppression, and confronting prejudice wherever it arises. Section 8. The fight continues. Challenges and opportunities. Afropolitics faces ongoing challenges. Voter suppression efforts, economic inequality, and the rise of white nationalism pose significant threats. However, there are also opportunities for progress. The growing diversity of the electorate, coupled with increasing awareness of social justice issues, creates fertile ground for building powerful coalitions. Technological advancements offer new platforms for organizing and mobilizing communities. The Black Lives Matter movement has demonstrated the power of grassroots activism and digital organizing. It has galvanized a new generation of activists and pushed social justice issues to the forefront of national conversations. The fight for equality demands sustained effort, strategic alliances, and unwavering commitment to justice. Section 9. Conclusion: Shaping the future of Afropolitics. Afropolitics in the U.S. is at a crossroads. The demographic shifts, the political climate, and the evolving social landscape are all converging to create a pivotal moment. The persistence of racism, despite decades of progress, presents unique challenges and opportunities. These challenges are not just obstacles but also calls to action for a more inclusive and equitable society. The future of Afropolitics hinges on understanding these dynamics. It requires a deep dive into the socio-political fabric that binds communities together and the forces that seek to tear them apart. It's about harnessing the power of civic engagement, building bridges across communities, and fostering a sense of unity and purpose. Young activists are at the forefront, driving change and inspiring others to join the movement. Drawing inspiration from the global African diaspora, Afropolitics can tap into a rich reservoir of cultural heritage and shared experiences. This global perspective enriches the local struggle for justice and equality. It's about confronting racism head-on, dismantling systems of oppression, and advocating for policies that promote equity and justice. This requires courage, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of fairness. Advocating for policies that promote equity and justice is not just a political act but a moral imperative. It involves engaging with policymakers, participating in public discourse, and holding leaders accountable. The struggle for equality is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires unwavering commitment, strategic action, and a long-term vision. Activists must plan meticulously and stay the course, even when progress seems slow. Belief in the possibility of a more just and equitable future is essential. This optimism fuels the movement, inspiring individuals and communities to keep pushing forward despite the challenges. Afro politics will continue to play a vital role in shaping that future. By staying engaged, informed, and united, the community can drive meaningful change and create a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. If you found this video insightful, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us continue to bring important discussions to the forefront. Thank you for watching.